Hey, what's up everybody, Lawler here, and welcome to another Rocket League news video. In today's video, we're going to be talking predictions, going over how I feel the rest of the first regional for RLCS X Europe is going to end. But before we do that, as always, if you guys would like to and want to support the content, easiest way to do so is make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, as well as make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're almost at 20,000 and I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, if you want to as well, down in the description you can find all my social media links, which are shown here. Make sure you guys go give those a like and follow as well. So today's video, we're going to talk about predictions, but predictions are a little bit harder to do nowadays due to the fact of how these things play out. If you guys are unaware, it is now a Swiss stage, so we finished up round 1 in stage 1, and what that means is we went from 32 teams down to 16. So these are the final 16 teams. They're from Group A and Group B coming together, and 8 of these teams will end up going through another Swiss style where 1-0 team will play 1-0 team, 2-0 team will play 2-0 team. And what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to pick out of these teams that I think are going to make it into the top 8. After I'm done with the top 8, to kind of show you how it plays out, it'll then go to the playoff stage where it'll do the breakout of the results here. I will also do that, and I'll make sure I fill out the bracket so the seating is according, so I can kind of give you guys an ultimatum of how I think it's going to play out this weekend. Again, recording this video early, so on Saturday and Sunday when I am up north, you guys all get to laugh at how wrong I am because of the massive upset that happens in round 1. It always happens, but we're going to try to do some big brain plays and see if we can get them right. So with that said, let's get into the predictions. Try to figure out the easiest way to do this, and I think the easiest way without kind of breaking everything down is I'm just going to go towards the top 8 teams, why I think they are, and then we'll get into the specifics of the playoffs. So first and foremost, I'm just going to check off teams who I think ultimately will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this got really hard. 6, 7. There's my upset pick. Yo, Greasy, top 8. Pogu. Ooh, that's tough. Triple Trouble's been playing really well too lately. Guild has been playing okay. Singularity's been playing well. My 3 are going to be between Singularity, Guild, and Triple Trouble. I wanted to come down to between Guild and Singularity. Former rosters playing each other, and we're gonna give the benefit of the doubt actually to Singularity. I think Singularity is looking pretty dang. That's a terrible check mark. Bop. Wow, that one's actually goated. Without a doubt, easy way to explain it. Vitality, #1 team in Europe. I'll actually be putting out a power rankings video on Monday for you guys to check out, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. And that power rankings video is actually before I see the results of this. So that's already recorded, and we'll see how well it does. So Vitality, I think, is #1 overall. Barcelona had a really rough time in the grid. I think they'll bounce back. I don't see any issues with that. I think Dignitas just a talented roster all around. Same thing with BDS. Giants has been on a tear, looking really good. I think Blokes could be in the same situation, but I don't think they do well over an extended period of time. And the same thing could be Magnifico. I think Magnifico is a team that won't make it, and Top Blokes should. But upset. I'm hoping for an upset. We get Greasy top 8. I think that'd be sick. Either way, I do believe it should be Top Blokes and not Magnifico, but too late now. We're going to deal with it, and it's going to make an easy win for somebody else. Endpoint, absolutely dominant in the grid. They found themselves in the semifinals. I still have yet to see how that one plays out. It's playing out right now. As you guys can tell, I'm wearing the same shirt now 2 videos in a row. It's going to be 3, and it's going to be on Monday. So, again, just trying to crush out some of this content for you guys who can actually go take a mental break and go hang out with some friends and sit by a fire and drink some whiskey and relax. So, that is the plan for this weekend. If I can actually make it happen, I'd be so happy. So, we're grinding content for you guys, the best of my ability. I think Giants is performing really well. Endpoint's dominating the grid, and then Magnifico is just my wild card. I always try to throw at least one wild card team. I think Triple Trouble is also playing really well with Blue and the boys. But Monkeys had a really rough performance, even though I was in the onesie. Last Resort, I just don't think. Stormtroopers, I don't think, even though it's pretty much apparently Jack, and the cast was saying apparently the whole time. I saw the meme on the subreddit. It's pretty funny. But yeah, those are my 8. So this is what I have. Let me go draw this up based upon how I think the seeding would go. All right, we're back, and we've got the results. Based upon the seeding, I have Vitality 1st seed, Endpoint 2nd seed, Barcelona 3rd, Dignitas 4th, Giants 5th, BDS 6th, Magnifico 7th, and then Singularity 8th. And the reason why I have it like that is because I want Singularity and Guild to fight in that final 2-2 game, and whoever makes it through makes it in. So that's just me being storyline kind of puppeteer the best of my ability. So that's what I have. This is how it ends up playing out, and it looks terrible. But we're going to go down the list and talk about how I think this might play out. This is not going to happen. I can almost guarantee it that things will not play out this way. But this is what I hope happens and what I assume could happen. So let's talk about it. First things first, Vitality versus Singularity. Vitality is going to move on. I think this is an easy peasy game. Kind of funny because we're talking about rematches. It's Scrub versus old team. He ends up getting a chance to perform. It's not enough. Vitality, one of the best teams. Alpha's feeling happy. He's not sick anymore. And they go on to dominate. These are best of 5s, and these are best of 7. So we're going to write that. We're going to write, we'll do this easy. This is 5, this is 7, this is 7. So, looking at the brackets, Vitality, Singularity, I think this will be like a 3-1 at best. Vitality wins. Dignitas, Giants. I think this one actually goes the distance. I think it'll go 3-2. And I'm actually going to give it to Giants. I think Giants has been looking really good. Something about the way that they're playing just makes me impressed. I talk about the difference between teams and names that have been notable that we give the nod to automatically. But realistically speaking, Giants is playing as a cohesive unit. They are working as a team. Something that makes me really excited about the way that Endpoint plays, despite having some high-profile names, is that if a player is down and not feeling it, it doesn't matter because the rest of the team kind of follows suit. They don't need this super talented, way high skill ceiling player to carry them through because everybody's just able to kind of play at their baseline and they get results. But then the player that has that pop-off potential, that's what's going to allow them to get to these high rankings. Right now, I think that's Giants. Giants has been playing really well. That's a 6. That's not good either. This is harder than it looks being wrong-handed on this. I don't know the abbreviation for Giants, so we just have to write it the whole time, and I don't like it. But that's what I got. Giants versus Vitality in the semifinals. That's pretty pog. Next up, Endpoint versus Magnifico. Sorry, Greasy. This is the end of the line. Endpoint has been, I think, my chat on Twitch, that's easily their favorite team. But I do like Endpoint, the way they're playing. This team, I'm just a huge fan. I'll admit it. I'm a big fan of this team. They've been looking really good. Cohesive unit, blah, blah, blah. Consistent things. But overall, the team's just been playing well together in the sense of their passing plays. I think what makes them the most dangerous is they're not afraid to go for the over-aggressive play with Virtuoso with the demos because they do it creatively and smart. And he just seems to find him. A lot of teams have a really tough time. Like when I was watching Monkeys the other day, they just could not find demos. But Endpoint does a really good job with it. So Endpoint's demos clean up a lot of opportunities. They're clean on offense and defense. Their transition games really well. They relieve pressure. It's probably one of the quickest to do so. So I do like Endpoint in the win, plus Magnifico. Just I don't think they have the talent to do it. So that should be a fun one. Barcelona versus BDS. This is a coin toss. I have no idea who wins this one, quite honestly. Barcelona had a really off time today in grid. BDS didn't do that well either. So this one's kind of a coin flip. I do and will and have to consistently say that BDS is the team that I stick with. I also just realized that I did not put Barcelona in my power rankings. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. I didn't even put Barcelona in my power rankings. How did I forget about them? I'm going to have to fix that video. That's a preview into Monday's video. We'll see how I handle that. But Barcelona looks very good as well. But this one game they did it. So I don't know if the first time we saw them play well was a fluke or if it's something that they can recreate. This weekend's going to tell us a lot about that. BDS is a team that has had numerous results consistently over the times. I think this will be another 3-1. Whoa on that one. 3-1 there. This one I think will be a little bit closer. I think it'll be 3-2 BDS. Extra didn't look really on all that well today, so hopefully he steps up a bit more. Endpoint BDS, Vitality Giants. That's a pretty sick semifinal. That's 2 semifinals for both Endpoint and Giants in a row. That's pretty cool. Vitality over Giants. I think Vitality is just a better team overall. Safe pick 4-2 for Vitality. Vitality is easy, right? Because it's just straight lines. It's pretty sick. Endpoint BDS. What BDS are we getting? What endpoint are we getting? I think BDS is the better warm-up. This is why predictions are hard, because I haven't seen these guys play. It's the hardest thing about making predictions is when you have to do them all at once. You don't know how teams are playing that day, which is what it really comes down to. Matchup-wise, I do think BDS is the better team. I think BDS outperforms Endpoint in a individual level. Can BDS stay fast and moving? If they get caught at a standstill, Endpoint will remove them from the field. I'm trying not to show bias with BDS because you guys know that's my team. I think that Endpoint is going to be on a really big high after their grid performance. And because of that, with only 2 days later, they're going to clean it up and they're going to give us a big rematch here. So I think Endpoint is going to move forward. This is going to be either someone getting smacked. Like, I could see either, like, realistically speaking, I could see either of these teams doing really well, one way or the other. BDS could absolutely dominate. Endpoint could absolutely dominate. One or the other. But because I'm having a hard time picking that, I think I'll go 4-3 for Endpoint. I think this could be, this could easily be my favorite match. This match could be really, really good. With that said, Vitality, Endpoint, the finals. I think Endpoint's going to be happy no matter what. Vitality wants nothing but a victory. They're going to get it. And this one's going to be a one-sided affair. I think Vitality just... they're a very difficult team, not only to get demos in, which Virtuoso is going to have a hard time finding, but they're chaos. Vitality thrives on chaos, and Endpoint likes to create that. So I think Endpoint kind of plays into Vitality's playstyle, which should make it easy for Vitality. So again, I still think Vitality best team in Europe. It's very difficult to doubt them right now, even though they didn't have the best performance on the grid. But they are an extremely talented team, and I highly recommend watching this weekend. There's a lot of Rocket League going down. At the end of the RLCS first regional event, I've got Vitality taking the victory. That is going to wrap it for this week of predictions, and I hope you guys like this kind of style where we just assume and then get into the nitty-gritty. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and we'll try to do this again for NA in the following weeks. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and as always, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, as well as making sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications if you have yet to do so already. That is going to do it for me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time.